We've been talking about it for the last 3 to 4 weeks, and we finally figured out.
Maybe longer.
We're doing 5 matches. We finally determined that, and this is time for HBK's top 5 matches at WrestleMania. Randy, I hand it to you.
For me and Jeremy went back and we watched all Shawn Michaels matches at WrestleMania. We watched some really shitty ones. We watched some with the Rockers.
Watch one with 2 flabby men trying to fight the Rockers.
We watched Shawn Michaels wrestle Tatanka. We watched Shawn Michaels wrestle.
That was a good match. Don't.
We watched him wrestle Tito Santana. We watched a lot of matches.
Terrible.
Yeah, we watched a lot of matches. But me and Jeremy put our wrestling expertise. I said that wrong.
Oh God! There it goes.
There we go.
Here we go. Oh God.
Oh, they did add a new match to NXT, but we'll talk about that.
Okay. So we watched them all, and number 5 on our list was Jericho versus Shawn Michaels. And
WrestleMania 19.
And it was a classic match of Jericho was like coming up as like the new Shawn Michaels. It was his idol. It was like that type of storyline. It was a super fast-paced match. It was good all the way around besides the ending, because Shawn Michaels won with a roll-up pin.
Out of nowhere.
It had a good ending, because then Jericho got up and they were like crying and hugging, and Jericho kicked them in the nuts. It was good.
Yeah, then HBK tries to shake his hand at the end because they both like gave their heart and soul for the match, and Jericho kicked him in the dick. That was one of my favorite matches, easily.
Yeah, it was good. Like their styles like just match because they have the same type of like fast-paced, high-energy type style.
Yeah, and to give honorable mention to the Flair versus HBK match, which came in at a very close 5th.
Yeah.
It was a great match, but I don't know, the guys we picked for the top 5, you can just do more with those guys because they're not 55 or whatever the fuck Flair was when they fought. But the match was still a great match, despite that. Go ahead, Randy.
Okay, number 4 was Kurt Angle versus HBK, of course. And that match was phenomenal. Everything about this match was phenomenal. It was 2 of the ring generals in a match. It was like HBK passing the torch to Kurt Angle. Like, there was just so many spots in this match. Like, there was one point where Shawn Michaels got Kurt Angle on the table, and he did like a springboard crossbody on the Kurt Angle, which you thought he was going to do a moonsault, but he did like a flying crossbody, and it looked awesome. And then there was another point where Kurt Angle slammed Shawn Michaels into the post.
Yeah,
it was like
it looked devastating.
And it was just back and forth the whole match. And then Angle even gave Shawn Michaels the freaking Angle slam from the top rope. And then it was just back and forth the whole entire match. And then Kurt Angle ended up winning with the ankle lock. And it was like it was like I said, passing the torch.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels doesn't win a lot of these matches.
Worst record at WrestleMania.
Because he puts people over.
Kurt Angle got the torch that he immediately fucking buried in a box of pills 3 years later and got kicked out of WWE.
Beat Jericho at least.
Okay, next on the list, our number 3 was Shawn Michaels versus Taker at WrestleMania 25.
Oh wait, the Angle match was WrestleMania 21 for anyone that wants to watch it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I fucked up. I had it written out on this sheet, but on the next one.
Shit together.
Yeah, my notes are fucked up. But the next one, number 3, was Taker with Taker at WrestleMania 25. And this, like the main spot in this match was Undertaker diving over the ropes and Shawn Michaels pulling a carry man, and pretty much Undertaker pile drives himself into the ground. And everyone thought that he was legit going to be the dead man during that part.
It's like hard to watch now after however long.
Every time we watch it, I'm like, oh god! Like
that was in our Who's Undertaker Burying Now segment.
Yeah.
Himself.
But the thing I found interesting is I was reading today, even though we watched all these matches, I was reading some like things, and Undertaker never beat Shawn Michaels until this match. Like, he never beat Shawn Michaels, which I thought was kind of weird, because they were always been like, Well, I know they wrestled in a Hell in a Cell, but that was the one where Kane interrupted it. And I know they wrestled in a casket match.
Fucking Kane.
Yeah. But the other big spot in this match was Shawn Michaels going for the springboard moonsault that he always goes for, and he missed it completely and hit the fucking table, and it looked fucking never. He looked like he was dead too. It was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was kind of a messy match.
Yeah, but like the energy in the match was like so on point to where it should be. Like he hits him with a super kick and goes to the pin. He doesn't get it. Then Undertaker chokeslams him, gives him a last ride, still doesn't get it. But then he hits him with a fucking tombstone, and that ended it. Like
Tombstone always wins.
yeah. It was what you expect from two fucking legends in the business.
High praise.
So good that the rematch the year later was our second number on the list.
Exactly. At WrestleMania 26. For anyone who wants to watch, 'cause I don't want to fuck that up again. I know you said next year, but I don't know. Some people are dumb with numbers. Who knows?
Like you?
Yeah, like me.
Alright.
And
Words.
this match had a little more oomph in it because it was career against the streak, and they pulled out all the stops in this match. I mean, no one almost died like the other one, but
Yeah, I would say it was similar to the match the year before, but they didn't like have so many fuck ups.
Oh, match is considered one of the best matches of all time.
yeah, it was like
Second best.
Clearly not in your ranking.
it really built up the suspense to what ended up happening, and then it had the conclusion, and then Michaels and Undertaker hugged in the ring, and it was like a respect thing, because, you know, they're like...
And wasn't this the one that HBK was supposed to beat Undertaker? Undertaker wanted him to beat him.
No, this is the one that was like, they were like, whatever happens, happens. Whoever wins, wins. It wasn't like what they said beforehand. You're the one that's
real!
This is you're the one that told me this. It was
Yeah,
like,
I forgot.
And then Undertaker ended up actually getting like almost knocked out at one of the moves, and like Shawn Michaels went to pin him, and he woke up like halfway through the pin and kicked out, and like Shawn Michaels could have broke the streak right there, because they were like, we don't know, they're just going in, they're like, I think they was playing Undertaker to win, but they're like, hey, if Shawn Michaels wins, Shawn Michaels wins. Like that's how this goes.
See, I read so much wrestling stuff, I forget other stuff already.
Yeah. Our whole life revolves
Too much
around wrestling, so people need to listen to this fucking shit. Like, fuck. And our number one match on this list is Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon.
Nope. No drum roll.
And
I don't have a drum roll, so sorry.
WrestleMania 10. It was the first ladder match in WWE. I don't know why the fucking pelvis
that was my
Wesley
drum
or
roll.
fucking- But
That was best.
Razor Ramon and HBK have the perfect fucking chemistry in the ring. And they proved it time and time again in all the other pay-per-views they ever wrestled in. But at this one, it was the first ladder match. There was big spots. There was the bare-ass elbow drop off the ladder.
Vince's favorite match.
Yeah. There was freaking... They took the mat off the ground, and Shawn Michaels threw Razor Ramon. He went for the Razor's Edge and threw him over the ropes onto it, and it looked like it fucking hurt. Like...
Yeah, I was
took
surprised.
some big bumps.
Surprised they
for,
did
like,
that.
old school
Are they really
wrestling.
gonna drop someone on that concrete?
The finish...
They don't do that shit now.
The finish was good. Shawn Michaels fell into the ropes and got tangled in the ropes, so he couldn't get out. And then he got his leg unhooked, and his arm got hooked. And then Razor Ramon ended up winning both titles and fought because it was a...
It kind of looked more like a Benny Hill ending.
Yeah.
Like Shawn Michaels not knowing how ropes work. It's like, oh, I got my leg out. Oh, shit, now my arm's in there. He's like, how do I get out of this thing? It's like, you've been wrestling your whole life. You don't know how to get out of the ropes when you're tangled up.
Out of all the matches we watched, this match had the best flow. And it felt like where it ended, it should have ended. Like
very-
it just had the story built as the match went
Good
on.
pace. There wasn't a lot of like boring spots where they're just like headlocking each other for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like the Iron Man match with Bret Hart.
Yeah, that's why the Iron Man match isn't on this list, because the Iron Man match, if you take out 30 minutes of it, the first 30 minutes, the second 30 minutes, it probably would have been our number one match. But because it's 60 minutes and the first 30 minutes puts you to sleep, you can't put it on this
boring.
list. You can't put it on this list.
Yeah. 60-minute Iron Man
I
match
know
is
people are
too
going to be
much.
mad that it's not on our list because everyone sees that as like the greatest match of all time. But we legit went back and watched it.
I don't think... it's that crazy to not have it on this list. Yeah, it was tough to watch. I was expecting like the greatest match ever, then I'm like, oh my god, this match is so slow. It's like nothing is happening. Even the last 30 minutes is not exciting. I gotta say.
Well, that was it. That was Randy's top 5.
Excuse you.
Randy and Jeremy's.
Yeah.
We watched
We're a team here.
HBK's top 5
sat
matches.
through 17, some of the most boring matches I've ever seen.
If you disagree
The
with
Rockets
anything Jeremy and
versus the
Randy said,
Barbarian.
if you disagree with anything Jeremy and Randy said, send us an email, tweet us, and we'll argue with you
We'll
about it.
delete it immediately.
No, we'll talk about it.